into today's Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.
Good afternoon and welcome to Concordia Stadium for today's women's soccer matchup between your Concordia University Chicago Cougars and the Inferno of Alverno College. I'm Peter Borkowski. I'll be on the call with you. So will Rafael Gonzalez. He'll be doing the main play-by-play for today once he's able to rejoin us here on the call. So we're going to send it right down to the field for starting lineups and the national anthem before we get started today.
I'm Dr. Russell Dawn, President of Concordia University Chicago. Thank you for tuning in to today's Cougar Athletics broadcast. We take great pride in the strength of both our athletic and academic programs, which are rooted in our steadfast commitment to Jesus.
And honestly, because we keep the Yeah, give me one. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Concordia Stadium for a non-conference matchup between the visiting Moody Bible Institute Archers and the Concordia University Chicago Cougars. Carter Gledhill with Rafael Gonzalez on the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for another soccer match here on a gloomy and overcast Wednesday afternoon. Rafael, the Cougars are coming into today after a 1-1 draw against Marian University over the weekend to cap off homecoming weekend of 2022. This is a Cougars team that struggled in the early goings of the season. They went a long streak without scoring a goal. That also was paired with a significant losing streak. But since the win against Rockford, and even looking back a week earlier against MSOE, this team has seemed to have turned a page in terms of how this season has gone.
They did. They at one point in that 7-game losing stretch, they hadn't scored a goal up to that point. But since then, they have started to finally put balls in the back of the net. In 3 of their past 4 matches, they have been unbeaten. We mentioned the draw against Lakeland. They did lose to Milwaukee School of Engineering 3-1, but since then, in their past 2 games, winners against Rockford, and then this past Sunday, a draw against, I believe it was Merriam, Wisconsin. So things are looking to turn around for head coach Chad Flanders and the team after what was a pretty ugly start to the season.
Brian Gonzalez was the goal scorer on Sunday against Marion, and then Oscar Montejano was another goal scorer in the second-to-last game against Rockford University in the 1-0 win. The first win of the season for the Cougars. They currently sit with a record of 1-8-2 overall, and at home they're 1-2-1. Looking at Moody Bible, though, Rafael, it is an 0-9 season. They are 0-4 on the road, and looking inside the box score even more, opponents have outscored the Archers 75-3 on the season.
This is a Moody Bible team that they haven't gotten anything going this year, and today it's a good day for the Cougars to really get some momentum going offensively, attacking-wise. I mean, we mentioned that they've been struggling to score, but today's a day for head coach Chad Flanders to try and do things out, and I'm just above that, finding the right players for next year as well and see if they can further move the program to the right direction.
Well, the starters for the Archers in goal will be 00 Micah Pugh, as well as Vivek Katru, Samuel Sadowski, Sean Murphy, Corbin Bates, Josh Dean, Kyle Curtis, Isaiah Cox, Jonathan Kakua, John Mark Betty, and Sam Reeve are the starters for the Archers. For the Cougars, in goal will be the senior goalkeeper, Nicholas Pursuit, which, Rafael, we will get to talking about during the match, as well as the other starters for CUC, Devin Madsen, Austin and Oscar Montejano, Michael Byron, Brian Gonzalez, Garrett Poitner, Elias De Santiago, Andres Marin, Evan Perez, and Samuel Epperly are the other starters for the Cougars, wearing the all-white home jerseys today. The Archers wearing the navy tops with white trim and white shorts. The Cougars will be going right to left first, so south to north at Concordia Stadium. They will take the opening kickoff here. It's a rainy day, and we saw in the women's game earlier where the Cougars won 7-0 over the Inferno of Alverno College that the ball is really skipping off the pitch, and that might be something the players are going to have to keep in mind during this match.
Not only that, for the goalkeeper, as former goalkeeper myself, I hated playing in the rain and slippery conditions, especially wearing with the gloves. So it'll be interesting to see at any point whether or not either net miner from both of these teams makes a mistake and cost them a goal.
The one thing about this Cougars team in the last couple matches is they started playing more aggressive, as Raphael alluded to in the earlier portions of the pregame show, is that CUC has scored 3 goals in the last 3 games after going on a stretch that basically saw the Cougars not put up a goal since their first game of the season on September 1st all the way until October 1st, as the Cougars have a prime scoring opportunity first. Oscar Montejano on the wing dishes it up, and the shot from Andres Marin goes through the uprights.
Already within 30 seconds, within a minute of the game, we're seeing the Cougars already taking advantage of a weak Moody Bible team.
Oscar Montejano, a junior from Zion, Illinois, has been a strong returner for this CUC team. He has a goal on the year. He has an assist as well, a team-high 3 points as well. But 21 shots is a team-high, Raphael, so he's getting his looks when he's attacking the defense. It's just a matter of the junior not being able to convert.
No, but we're going to see him a lot today, mostly in that central attacking position. We're going to see him a lot coming back towards the midfield, but also leading the attack up front, looking to set up the attackers up front.
Nicholas Pursuit in goal for the Cougars today. The senior from New Boston, Michigan, has been a big part of CUC's defensive success this season. But another offensive push for the Cougars, as there's a play up in the front and a shot from Marin, again just going over the top of the net. So Marin already getting a couple touches on the ball. It'll be an Archer's goal kick.
See there from Marin right there. A little bit antsy right there, looking to get his first goal of the year. So far, though, unable to convert.
Play resumes. Good goal kick from the Archers. Drops in around the middle third of the pitch. And the one thing for CUC under Chad Flanders, the first-year head coach, Raphael, is we start to see this team buy in a little bit more to his system that he's trying to put in, but a lot more team soccer we've been seeing so far, as Montejano puts a shot on goal, and it just rolls left of the post, and it'll roll out of bounds. Signal on the play will be a CUC corner kick. So already a couple prime scoring opportunities for the Cougars, 2 shots on goal, and we've only played just 3 minutes into this first half.
This will be the 35th corner of the year for the Cougars, and boy, they will love to get their first goal and get it away here for the opening 3 minutes.
Taking the corner for CUC will be Marin. Pass across is long, but getting the first touch for CUC is Madsen, and it is cleared away by the Archers defense. Bouncing it around and putting a touch on is Samuel Sadowski of Moody Bible. It'll be a CUC throw-in on the far side of the pitch.
So what the Cougars were trying to do on the corners, they were having like 6 players lined up next to each other. What they wanted to do was to create sort of a distraction and try to slip a defender from Moody Bible there, but they couldn't do so that time.
And a header from number 19, or should I say 18, Brian Gonzalez, just missing the mark. So CUC's really attacking in goal already against Moody Bible. And that's a good sign to come from Flanders' squad, who, again, we talked about early scoring struggles in the season, but has since found a little bit of a rhythm, been putting better shots on goal, and has definitely been rewarded in the last 3 matches. Good footwork up the middle from Poitner. Dumps it off far side to Montejano, and his shot is off the mark.
Already seeing Montejano several chances already in this game. We talked about just how much of a threat he is. He's still, however, looking to get his first goal of today.
And a good sign already for CUC is they're being very aggressive And even when Moody Bible has touches on the ball, the CUC has been surrounding the Archers within a matter of seconds as CUC continues to push deep into Moody Bible territory. Montejano being the key toucher on the ball so far for CUC. And finally, the Archers are able to get some breathing room. But CUC dumps it in right again. A chance here for CUC. The crossing pass from Austin Montejano is tipped out of bounds by Corbin Bates. So another corner kick for CUC.
I like what I saw right there from Montejano, trying to cross it in, hoping that a Cougar attacker right there gets into the box, but eventually gives a shot right there. Some crazy bounces maybe, but however, it's going to instead be a corner.
Austin Montejano, a senior from Zion, Illinois, a year older than his brother Austin. A header from number 13. Michael Byron goes right into the goalkeeper's grasp. Bringing it up near side for the Archers is Isaiah Cox, intercepted by Devin Matson of CUC. Oscar Montejano down the sideline, gives it up to his brother. Looking for some room. CUC has already been enforcing a lot of pressure on the Archers. They've been spreading around the ball well. Archers are able to get a little bit more breathing room. Again, this CUC team is relentless anytime the Archers have been able to get a touch on the ball, Raphael.
They have. They're almost doing like a gegen press type of defense. Basically, once you lose possession, the goal is to surround the opposing player who has possession and just trap him in sort of like a box and make him force a decision, whether to pass backwards or to pass forward, and hope that another Cougar right there is able to take the ball away from them.
Garrett Pointner brings the ball into the middle of the pitch, sends it far side, has a teammate running far. Austin Montejano gives it up. Now Oscar Montejano in the area. Pointner trying to find somewhere to go. Gives it up to Austin Montejano. His shot on goal, and a great save from the goalkeeper. Knocking it over the top.
Good shot right there. Even good save there by the netminder. The Cougars still look to get their first goal of the game.
So another corner kick for CUC. Still have yet to put one in the back of the net. Marin putting the moves on the defender. Tries to cross it, but it is blocked by the defense. CUC with 6 shots already in this match in the early goings of the first half. Pointner not able to dribble through the Archer defense. But again, good pickup by the CUC defense, intercepting passes from Moody Bible. Michael Byron, one of the captains on the field for CUC. Been a big part of the success for the Cougars this year, the senior from Park Ridge, Illinois. Other player on the pitch for CUC wearing the captain's armband is Nicholas Pursuit in goal. It'll be an Archer goal kick. 36-21 remaining in the first half. Another chance for CUC. Samuel Epperly trying to get a shot up, but a good save by the Archers goalkeeper again.
Great job right there by Epperly, getting past the 2 defenders, splitting them right across the middle, and he was trying to shoot it on the near side of his left foot. However, great reaction right there by the Moody Bible keeper to make the save.
Caleb Whitting, the freshman goalkeeper from Winter Haven, Florida, with the stop. CUC still in the 16-yard box, trying to press it inside. And a shot here from number 20 into the goal, Garrett Pointner. Cougars go up 1-0 over the Archers in the first half.
Well, Carter, you knew eventually the Cougars were going to finish off one of these shots, and they did so. Number 20, Garrett Pointer. It's going to be his second goal of the year, and just like that, the Cougars, after nearly 10 minutes, have finally put themselves on the score sheet.
Take a look back at the goal for Poitner. Again, the Cougars just packing the box. There's really a consistent presence of white jerseys in the penalty area in Archer's territory. And then we saw Poitner pick up his second goal of the season. CUC up 1-0 here in the first half.
It's got to be a huge confidence booster for the Cougars as they look to almost get their second right here.
CUC still in Archer territory. Far side, Austin Montejano. Another shot inside. A touchdown by Gonzalez, and his shot goes just left of the post. It'll be a CUC corner kick as it hit off a Moody Bible defender. So already another corner kick opportunity for CUC. This has been the kind of offensive game scheme for the Cougars that we haven't seen as much throughout the year, but this is a great spot for CUC. Non-conference opponent. You're able to test out some more tactics and everything as the shot off the right foot of Austin Montejano goes out of bounds. This is exactly the kind of benefit you have with a non-conference game after you've already struggled a little bit in conference season with a record of 1-5-2. Kind of regroup as you get ready to play the back end of your schedule.
It gives the Cougars a chance to sort of go back and look what they've done so far this year and see, like, okay, this hasn't worked. Let's try this. Let's try that. And a game today in which, non-conference, not going to affect them in the conference at all. So today is a good day for them to see what they are made of this year as a unit.
Well, the Cougars already with 12 shots up in this game, 4 of which have been on goal. Correction on the goalkeeper for Moody Bible. It is 00 Micah Pugh.
Now, Carter, you mentioned that the Cougars coming in as already have 12 shots in this game. They came in today only averaging 11 per game this year, so already 11 minutes in, and they've already broken their season average.
Free kick awarded to CUC. Now it'll be a throw-in, actually. So the goal in the 10th minute by the sophomore Garrett Poitner. The one goal that's represented on the scoreboard so far for CUC, and there might be a chance for more as Gonzalez is near side, but can't get it through the defense of Samuel Sadowski. Another shot here. Off the foot of Epperly is blocked by the Archers. CUC still pressing on the Archers' side of the pitch. Throw in Moody Bible gives the Archers a little break from the defensive prowl that they've been on consistently so far in this match.
Moody Bible so far just trying to hang on so far, but this Cougars team relentless in the final third.
So near side, Gonzalez again. A nice lead pass up to Epperly. Has some people in front of the net. A chance here. And another rip from Poitner just off the right of the post.
Like, that was a good movement right there between Gonzalez and Epperly right there. Little 1-2, however, Poitner right there, unable to finish it right there. Interesting, he tried to shoot it at the far post despite being in the near post, shooting it on his left.
Moody Bible has yet to put up a shot so far in this match. Still in the early stages, but you have to consider CUC's 14 so far is reflective of how these two teams have come out of the gate here.
Not only that, just the talent of both teams is just completely night and day. When you look at the Cougars roster compared to Moody Bible's roster, it says it all right there. And so far, on the pitch, it's been proven just how better the Cougars are.
Mentioned it in the pregame show, but Moody Bible with only 3 goals so far this season. They've been outscored 75-3 in 9 contests. CUC has had control of this game from the opening kick. Crossing attempt, and near the goal again, Garrett Poitner. He's just been finding ways to get inside in deep territory of Moody Bible's side of the pitch.
Pointer right there, just very close to getting it in. Want to see a few more inches out. He could have stuck his leg out and potentially get a shot. However, unable.
It was the first time we've seen Moody Bible with some control of the ball in the match.
Expect to see Moody Bible really only be able to come up to the Cougar side of the field, potentially on counterattacks from corner kicks. But other than that, it's not going to be easy for them today against this Cougar defense.
Michael Byron directing traffic. CUC now with possession of the ball again. As we almost reach the 15th minute here in the first half. CUC trying to dump it in deep. A nice chance here. Montejano tries to cross it, but it is hit off the foot of Sean Murphy. So the two Montejanos on the far side. Dribbling inside is Austin. He gets tripped up. And now bringing it the other way for Moody Bible is number 10, Corbin Bates. But it's kept in by Evan Perez. Pointer with no challenge from the Archers so far. He's just been riding in the middle of the pitch. As it is hit out of bounds, signal will be a corner kick for CUC. So another chance for CUC. Their 6th corner kick of the match.
6th corner indeed. Now, I love what I've seen so far from Pointer, wanting to play it out wide to the right side of the wing to Montejano. Eventually, one of those opportunities is going to lead to a Montejano cross, and they're going to score from it.
So CUC trying to set themselves up for later success with the play so far. A shot was blocked, and another into the net for Cougars goal. Number 10, Oscar Montejano, picks up his 2nd goal of the season. 2nd of the game for CUC. They now lead the Archers 2-0.
We talked about Montejano and his effects as a player on the pitch. Well, scoring, he did so right there, just right near the 18-yard box. And just like that, Cougars are up 2-0 early still.
So only about 7 minutes separate the goals between Poitner and Montejano. But think about this too, Rafael. This is the most goals that CUC has scored in a single match so far this season.
It speaks a lot about the struggles they've been having so far this year. But today, though, it's all good for them so far. They've finally been able to gain some momentum. They're really good attacking. They're sending balls into the box. And so far, they've capitalized twice on what is going to be many goals potentially in this game for them.
So CUC has been in the driver's seat since the beginning. They've already been rewarded with 2 goals. And as you mentioned, Rafael, there is still potentially more to come for CUC. And here's a prime chance for Gonzalez. Has a defender and gets a shot up, but another great save by Pugh in goal. It'll be a corner kick for CUC. And right away, Gonzalez grabs the ball and heads to the corner.
Gonzalez looking to score his 2nd goal in back-to-back game. Unable to do so that time from a tight angle there on the near side. Good job there by a netminder Pugh to get his knees out.
So Andres Marin will take the corner for CUC. They just jumps it off to Gonzalez. Now Marin has it again using the left foot. His cross is blocked. A chance here for Montejano to get a shot up. Trying to pick up his 2nd goal of the match. And it goes out of bounds, a CUC throw-in. Getting the first touch after the restart to play is Elias De Santiago, the midfielder from Chicago, Illinois. Nice move, far side by Oscar Montejano. Kicks it up to the front. And what a touch and a goal! Brian Gonzalez! Wow! But they call offsides on the play.
Unreal finish right there from Gonzalez. However, the flag up, heartbreak for him as he was on his way to potentially score a 2nd game in a row.
Would have been a spectacular goal for CUC, but they call offsides instead. So the score will remain 2-0 CUC. Gonzalez on the prowl again, crosses it up, and another great stop by Pugh in net. Cleared away by the Archers, but Pugh has stood tall in the net. The netminder, as you refer to him, Raphael, he's been doing everything so far to keep this score as close as it can be.
Already 4 saves for him on the day, and a shot very close right there from Epperly. Good job by him. As they're about to get a corner again, it'll be their 8th corner already.
And you mentioned it, Raphael. This is a CUC team that, for most part this season, has really not had this control of a match from the start. They've been playing from behind a lot. So a good change of pace here for Chad Flanders' team to find themselves in the driver's seat, looking in the rearview mirror as the Archers are trying to chase them.
And this is the type of soccer that he wants to see with his team, not just today, but also the remainder of the year. But more control of the ball and possession, looking for those long balls and open spaces across the middle of the pitch.
So a free kick awarded to the Archers. Sean Murphy went down. Poitner credited with the foul. Already some players on the CUC bench that are warming up, getting loose. This might be a game where we see a platoon sub from Flanders getting some of his other players in and playing time.
It's interesting to see if a lot of the underclassmen as well get game time today.
Well, the weather has improved just as CUC's offense has improved in this game. Sun is finally out. It was overcast earlier before the start during the women's match that was at 1 p.m. And so far, CUC has been in control, 18 shots, 7 on goal, and goals from Garrett Poitner and Oscar Montejano, represented by the 2-0 lead. 24-14 remaining in the first half. Carter Gledhill, Rafael Gonzalez with you on the Cougar Sports Network as CUC starts another offensive push. Poitner with some good touches. It goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with CUC. Madsen leads it up to Austin Montejano. They've been trying to get to Montejano on that far side of the pitch, and it's definitely helped this offensive flow for CUC, and their players are starting to move closer up into Archer territory. But he has been a big part of facilitating this offense as much as we've talked about a guy like Poitner who's in the middle of that 16-yard box.
Both of them, as you mentioned, are the anchor of this offense, creating opportunities for other players across either side of the pitch, and so far it has worked well for them up to this point.
CUC shows no signs of slowing down. Even Perez now met by the defense from Moody Bible. In his back pocket, Jonathan Kakua, but still making it around up to the front and dropping it just a few inches to the left of the post is Epperly.
Epperly, again, another chance for him, and he hasn't been able to convert yet in this game. I do love the run, though, that Perez made, though, from the left-hand side and getting past the 2 defenders right there from Moody Bible. It was a good setup right there to Epperly, but he just missed from close.
4 shots so far in the match for Epperly, none of which have found the back of the net. 2 have been on target, though. The leading shot taker for CUC so far in the half is Brian Gonzalez. We mentioned 1 shot on goal, 5 shots so far. 22-15 remaining in the first half. CUC leading the non-conference opponent, Moody Bible Institute Archers. Epperly now, left side, looks as the ball rolls into the grasp of Pugh.
Epperly right there took a touch too heavy on the ball. He was trying to separate himself between him and the Moody Bible defender number 8, Sadowski. However, when doing so, the momentum of the ball went all the way back forward to the netminder, Pugh.
So turning around in the middle of the pitch is Marin. He gives it up far side, and a touch by 33. Epperly almost rolled into the net. Able to get a paw on it was Pugh. Watched it bounce a couple times. Now we'll have some substitutions for CUC. 4 new faces coming off the sideline. And we'll get you that wave substitution shortly.
You have to believe for Epperly. He's asking himself, what on earth do I have to do to get myself a goal? Already another opportunity from him. Already 5 shots now for him on the day.
Make that the 20th shot of the match for CUC as well. Play resumes for CUC. A nice corner kick. And now getting the first touch on it and fresh off the bench is Alexander Lechowitz. Austin Montejano, his pass for Spencer Nicholson goes out of play. Throw in by the Archers. So the substitutions coming into the game for CUC: Clement Gannett, Miguel Salamanca, Alexander Lechowicz, and Spencer Nicholson. In for Oscar Montejano, Brian Gonzalez, Alexis Marce, as well as Samuel Epperly.
Today could be a good day for several of these guys potentially getting their first goal of the year today. And, you know, they're going to be hungry for it, considering this could be their best chance of the year to get that goal. They've been so waiting to score.
Everybody wants a little bit of action today. Poitner and Oscar Montejano set the tone for CUC offensively early in the first half with their goals. Now it's just a matter of who else for CUC can find the back of the net. Couple high bounces on the pitch from the ball. CUC are starting to get a little bit more momentum going their way into Archer territory. Lechowitz, far side in the corner, contested by Betty. Rolling around towards the wing, now heading towards the corner. Perez, now over to Madsen. Goes through the legs of Nicholson. And now Moody Bible will just clear it away. CUC chasing it down. De Santiago. Keeps it for possession for CUC with a throw-in. And we'll talk about this right now. Nicholas Bassoud in goal for CUC. Hasn't faced any shots so far for that have, or should I say, they've only faced one shot, but none of which have been on goal. He's been a key part of CUC's success, as there's a chance here for CUC to score again, and almost finding the back was Miguel Salamanca. Rolled off the heel of an Archer defender, so another corner kick for CUC. We'll find a time to get Pursuit into the match and talk about what he's meant to this team as a senior goalkeeper. But right now, CUC is still on the prowl. Another corner kick for CUC. The header from Poitner goes right into the grasp of Pugh. So now this would be a great time to bring up Pursuit and what he's meant so far for this team. On the season, Pursuit with just under a 70% save percentage. And, you know, there's been times this season where we've seen the goalie changes at half from Chad Flanders. That was something that has been part of this program since Michael Orongo, that was served as the previous head coach for CUC that Pursuit played under. But Pursuit has been a consistent part. And I think it's important to have that senior leadership from your goalkeeper, especially when you have a first-year head coach. And we've seen that from some of the players so far. CUC with the scoring chance. The shot from Lechowicz goes off of Pugh's leg, so another corner kick for CUC.
And before the corner begins, I want to talk about Pursuit quickly. Just as a goalkeeper, it's not just about making save. It's about being the leader of the team, being the first one there, being the last one there, and sort of rallying the entire group together. That is what Nicholas Pursuit has meant to this team.
Winding up for the shot is Devin Madsen. Kicks a nice 17-yard field goal instead. It'll be a goal kick for the Archers.
He did his best Justin Tucker impression.
Justin Tucker, very good kicker for the Baltimore Ravens. Different kind of football we're talking about today, but CUC, though, picked up the homecoming win against Rockford University on Saturday. 15:52 remaining in the first half. Carter Gledhill, Rafael Gonzalez with you on the Cougar Sports Network. CUC up 2-0 over Moody Bible Institute. A non-conference match for both of these teams. CUC will be back in action on Saturday against Wisconsin Lutheran College on the road at 1 p.m. Another shot from CUC rolls right into the grass of Pew. So far, Pew has been busy in net for Moody Bible, but has done a good job so far of, we mentioned earlier, too, of just controlling CUC's damage so far against Moody Bible.
I think the right word is damage limitation. So far, 9 saves for him on the game so far, and we still have 15 minutes left in the first half. But so far, Moody Bible, they're hanging on by a thread. It's only not for long, though, to the Cougars eventually will strike. So these next 15 minutes are going to be critical for them if they want to generate anything attacking-wise.
Should also mention, too, Moody Bible with only one player active on the bench today.
Yeah, second half, it's going to be a lot more difficult for them, especially when you're going to see Coach Flanders bring in new guys every few minutes on the pitch in the second half. So fatigue will be a factor for them.
Lechowicz trying to find a lane, gets it inside to Poitner. Gets back in, Poitner gets knocked down. And now time will be stopped. Garrett Poitner has a chance here to pick up his second goal of the match after a penalty kick has been awarded.
Right decision there from the referee, and now Poitner has a chance to score his second of the day.
Well, instead of Poitner taking the penalty kick, it'll be Michael Byron, the senior from Park Ridge, Illinois, attended Maine South High School. Byron winds up, drills it in the bottom left corner. CUC now goes up 3-0 over the Archers.
Really good shot down low on the left, and an easy finish right there. And now it's 3-0 Cougars.
Michael Byron picks up his first goal of the season. So 3 different Cougars have scored today. Now there will be 5 new faces. Make that 6 new white jerseys will come in for CUC. We'll get all of those numbers to you shortly.
But before we continue that, folks, head over to CUCCougars.com. Fans, head over to CUCCougars.com for everything CUC athletics, including the men's soccer team. Click sports and insert current team to find roster, schedule, stats, and more.
CUC with possession of the ball after the kick to resume play. Michael Byron's goal scored in the 31st minute of the match. Again, his first goal of the season. And CUC, who's only scored 4 goals on the season coming into today's match, has already almost neared their season total with 3 here today.
Not only that, with 13 minutes left in the first half, they could very well not only tie it, but score 5 before the end of the first half, which would overbreak their total coming into today.
Look at the speed up the pitch from Lechowicz, and just a few steps shy of having a breakaway opportunity. Olidapo Oseneki getting some touches on the ball after coming in from the bench. And a shot here off the right foot of Miguel Salamanca. Looked like it might have been partially touched by a Moody Bible defender. A high punt away from Pugh in goal. Rolls all the way back to CUC's side of the pitch.
So far, these Cougars have had an easy field day up to this moment, controlling possession and finding the right player, continue moving the ball forward. So far, Moody Bible unable to apply the pressure, but they might do so here for the first time.
Chris Dybus, one of the new faces to the CUC team, the sophomore from LaGrange, Illinois, had a touch on the ball. And again, this is a CUC team where right now it looks like they're playing a little bit faster, a little bit more crisp. Passes are on point a little bit more. So something about the game scheme, practice plan from Coach Chad Flanders has definitely translated well for the team so far in this match.
And it further helps when you have a team like Moody Bible who, they're just going to defend all day, in which we like to call it park the bus. That allows the Cougars to really just gain control, feel no pressure from Moody Bible, and it's given them really good opportunities to finish in the end.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, too, the time of possession on each third of the pitch as well. We'll get those stats to you at half, and it'll be in 11 minutes and 47 seconds now. Oseneke gives it up, and a shot that it is floated from Walgren goes out of play. Jonah Walgren, a freshman from Heartland, Wisconsin, Lake Country Lutheran High School alum. Pugh will watch in goal as play resumes. It'll be a CUC throw-in. And again, comparing the two offenses right now, Raphael, 26 shots for CUC, only 1 for Moody Bible, 12 on goal with 3 in the back for CUC and none on goal for the Archers.
So far, it's all just been Cougars up to this point, attacking-wise, and here they go again.
Good touches inside. Lechowicz, far side, Oseneke watches it roll out of the back, and it will be another goal kick for the Archers. CUC will return to home action after a 2-game road trip. Mentioned already on the 15th, which is this upcoming Saturday. They'll be on the road in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, taking on Wisconsin Lutheran College at 1 p.m. And then next Wednesday, they'll be in Chicago at the Stewart Sports Complex, taking on Illinois Tech at 7 p.m. CUC's final 2 regular season matches will be at home against Concordia University, Wisconsin on October 22nd, and Wednesday, October 26th against their Division Street rival, Dominican University.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see how the Cougars will end the year off. Will they continue the momentum they have created up to this point, or in the next 4 conference games, will they play a little bit flat and uninspiring? It's all going to depend.
So CUC still with possession. Oseneke now far side, tiptoeing near the sideline. Looking around, Julian Yanez in the middle. Finds a man over in the corner. Clement Gonnet gets it poked away. Kakua for Moody Bible so far, Raphael, has been the one player in blue that has really given CUC a little bit of a challenge on defense in terms for his quick speed, but also he's just flying around. He's got good flow to his game.
There's a reason why the Cougars have been attacking pretty much on the right-hand side, and that's because on the left-hand side, they want to avoid number 23 of Moody Bible. And so far, every time they've tried to go to the left, as we mentioned, Kakua right there, the freshman, doing a really good job coming back and retreating for the ball.
So free kick for Moody Bible, corralled in by the Cougars. And right here for the Archers, they're really just trying to, again, put some sort of offensive rhythm together. There's been nothing but, for their sake of offensive purposes, on CUC's side of the pitch, they've been chasing around CUC just trying to set up their offense again. There's really not been any scoring opportunities, any real pressure that CUC's had to face defensively.
In soccer, you always want to get chased around and not do the chasing. Well, for Moody Bible, all they've done so far up to this point is chasing around these Cougars, and now it's just going to fatigue them throughout the game. And so far, what they need to do is sort of gain control in the midfield, make a pass here, make a pass there. It's those small steps that eventually is going to lead them to move the ball forward like they are right now.
Well, they have a chance here, but then good defensive play from CUC Lisandro Pinedo. Put a little hiccup in their plan. Couple headers and then a high right leg from Vivek Katru. As it rolls out of bounds, CUC will restart play. Nicholas Basut will touch it all the way back in his own 16-yard box. Throwing it in for CUC is Dybas. Tries to throw it a little bit further down, and it takes a friendly CUC bounce. Lechowicz, left side, cross, and just behind a trailing Cougar. Trying to get it up to Salamanca. And now coming back in, CUC with some pressure. Credit Jonah Walgren for restarting CUC's offensive press. And now Osaneki will watch it roll out of bounds. Another goal kick for the Archers. A good sequence there for CUC. Wasn't the cleanest offensive stretch, but again, it just shows how favorable the bounces are favoring CUC right now, how the play has been indicative of control from CUC, and there's been nothing short of just straight control for CUC this game.
It's if the Cougars are playing sort of like on easy level, like if when you're starting out playing FIFA. It's been like that way for them the entire game. And then right there, we saw Lechowicz crossing the ball back into the box into the middle right there. Salamanca, just a few feet away from him. But so far, I really like what I'm seeing from the Cougars when they enter in the final third.
28 shots so far in the half for CUC, 13 of which have been on goal. Micah Pugh for Moody Bible has only been able to stop 10 goals in this match for CUC. Michael Byron, Garrett Pointner, and Oscar Montejano. Byron being the first-time goal scorer this season, and then Pointner and Montejano pick up their second. CUC off the corner kick. Winding up was number 19, Quinn Kelly. Another goal kick, or corner kick, I should say, for the Cougars. Taken out by Spencer Nicholson, the sophomore from Fort Collins, Colorado. High in the air, CUC gets up. There was a header on the play from Pinedo. And now it'll take a couple more bounces, rolls all the way to the corner flag, and it'll be a throw-in for the Archers. And here Chad Flanders say, lock it in, let's go, as almost 4.5 minutes remain in the first half. CUC still trying to press the Archers, tack on another goal in this first half. Already with the 28 shots we've seen Raphael. But going into the locker room, there's really not much more you can ask of from the players if you're Chad Flanders for the performance you've seen so far.
And not at all, as we mentioned, they have 28 shots, 13 of them on net. At this point, it's going to become whether or not they become complacent in the second half, or they're going to go for the throw and continue piling on against this defenseless Moody Bible team.
CUC looks to be going on the offensive press again. In the middle is Yanez. It was intended for Lazara. And now it heads in the corner. Watching it go out is Chris Dybas.
Saw right there, Kaku. Another defensive effort by him, kicking the ball out of play. So far, we've seen him more as almost like a wing back than a striker to this point.
From Nairobi, Kenya, coming all the way to Moody Bible Institute. And again, we've talked about it already. The freshman making an impact so far for the Archers defensively. While it might not be displayed on the scoreboard for his efforts, he has definitely limited the offensive pressure that CUC has put on the left side of their attack. And, you know, only so far Pugh is in goal has had to really worry about that far side.
It is. It's going to be interesting to see, like how we mentioned earlier at the end of the first half stats, just how much the difference is between the Cougars from playing on the left compared to the right.
So now CUC picking up some momentum, trying to make his way through is Nicholson. Shot going in, and the header goes right into the hands of Pugh. Giuseppe Lazzara, the freshman from Chicago, Illinois, almost had a goal. Would have been his first goal of the season. Would have been his first collegiate goal as well. But again, just not able to keep it away from Pugh in net.
Lazzara right there had a chance to get his first goal. The problem is that when he headed the ball, he headed it at an angle in which the ball was trajected going right back to the direction of Pugh right there. Had he be able to turn his head around the other direction, it would have gone into the net. He would have been celebrating right now his first career goal.
Spencer Nicholson with the foul on the play. Free kick will resume action. Moody Bible taking it around the 48-yard line, looking at the football field. Sean Murphy, nice lofty kick. Goes to the front of the 16-yard box. Still Moody Bible with only one shot in this half. CUC is now ellipsed 30. Lazzara with a little bit of steam. Leads it up to the corner. Benjamin LaRue, the senior from France, who was added in the beginning of the season to the CUC roster, has started to see a little bit more playing time. Goal kick for the Archers as we near just under a minute of play in the first half. Another foul on CUC. Free kick to resume play for the Archers.
They were going to say it was a handball that time on LaRue.
Moody Bible trying to put together one last push before half. Sean Murphy, the freshman from Kokomo, Indiana, has been a big part of just keeping that ball on the other side of the pitch. Throw in CUC, 25 seconds remaining in the first half. LaRue was able to get a touch on it. Now in the middle, Yanez. Takes a high bounce over on the far side. Dybas with a shot. It curves, and a header hits off the top of the crossbar. Almost a last-second scoring chance for CUC. That would have been their fourth goal of the half. It was a spectacular sequence of events for the Cougars. The shot from Spencer Nicholson, missing by a near matter of inches. And it'll only be a 3-0 CUC lead heading into the half. They finish with 31 shots, 14 on goal. Nicholas Pursuit in goal has not had to put up a save so far in the match. For Moody Bible, though, one shot, none of which have been on goal, and 11 saves for Micah Pugh. Raphael, your final thoughts as we get ready to enter the halftime break. What has been the difference maker so far between these two teams?
The difference maker between these two teams has been just how good the Cougars have been able to control possession. They've been able to start from their own defensive end to go to the midfield to attack. They've been so consistent in their passes. A lot of beautiful long balls to the right-hand side, even a couple on the left at the end of the first half. And overall, the only thing the Cougars, I would say, struggle up to this point in the first half is just execution in terms of finishing those shots on net scoring.
So CUC already off to their best start in a match this season. New season high in goals with 3. And they look to keep it rolling on over the Archers. When we return for the halftime break, we'll have more from Concordia Stadium when we return in about 13 minutes on the Cougar Sports Network.
Concordia University Chicago is a Christ-centered Lutheran university where truth, freedom, and vocation form students for lives of influence and service for the common good. Our university offers a wide variety of undergraduate and graduate degree options that are available in person and online. That means we have a program designed for you. Whether you're a high school student, an adult returning to complete your degree, or someone looking to enhance your credentials and prepare for career growth. As a member of this university community, you'll also find support in your spiritual and personal life so you can grow in the faith and discover ways to serve others. To start your next journey with us, visit cuchicago.edu today.
Welcome back to second half action at Concordia Stadium. The sun has come through the sky, and the Cougars are also rolling through the Archers right now. 3-0 after the first half. 31 shots, 1 for the Archers. It's been the best start to a match for CUC so far this season, and they get ready to start on defense as the Archers will take the opening kickoff for the second half. Raphael, we have a new goalkeeper in as well for the Cougars. Kyle Schultz, the freshman from Pingree Grove, Illinois, an alum of Hampshire High School, now will stand between the poles for CUC.
It will be Schultz's third appearance on the year. I'm going to play 68 minutes up to this point this year, facing only 8 shots in those 68 minutes with 8 saves and with 1 combined shutout to his name.
So CUC already picking up where they left off in the first half, and that was on the offensive push. This has been a CUC team that, unlike any other game we've seen so far this season for them, where they've really been the ones in the driver's seat. Noah used the analogy before, as they're looking at Moody Bible in the rearview mirror, but there has been nothing short of straight dominance offensively for CUC, and that's reflected by their 31 shots, 13 corners as well in the first half. They have an opportunity here and an absolute rocket off the foot of Garrett Poitner, who scored the first goal in the match for CUC and is looking for 2.
Interesting to see it for the Cougars. I'm interested to see just whether or not they become complacent in the second half, or will they continue to further score. You know, I had the same question with the women when they took on Alverno College, and in the second half they scored 5 goals in their 7-0 win. And particularly from Moody Bible's viewpoint, fatigue is going to become a big factor for them in the second half.
And they only have 1 player on their bench as well, so that could be something down the stretch, as you mentioned, Raphael, where fatigue sets in. You can't go too far deep into your reserves, as the shot off the right foot of De Santiago goes far right. It'll be a goal kick for the Archers.
And it's not only the fact that they have only 1 substitution on the bench, it's the fact that the Cougars have several different options on the bench they have as well. And you're going to see throughout the second half, players from Moody Bible no longer sprinting for loose balls, no longer wanting to really push it in terms of defending. And that's really going to break this game apart for the Cougars.
Now, it might not be completely accurate with my count, but there are 22 different names for CUC that will pop up in the box score as of right now. So it just shows how much Chad Flanders has really gone into the bench. And a goal for the Cougars. A great pass from Oscar Montejano to Samuel Epperly as the senior from Elgin, Illinois, picks up his first goal of the season.
Well, Epperly in the first half had several chances, especially near the net. Didn't convert them, but now in the second half already with a goal. So now Epperly with both a goal and assist to his name today.
Well, he had 5 shots in the first half, and we were just, man, he's so close. He really was just inches away from one of his balls going into the net, and now being able to pick up his first goal of the season. Hard work and patience pays off if you are Samuel Epperly, picking up his first goal of the season, and CUC is already looking to pick up their 5th of the match with Oscar Montejano, and he whiffs at a ball. Now it is picked up, and he blocks his shot from Garrett Poitner. So, again, that turf is still a little slippery from the rain in the early afternoon and in the women's game. But CUC trying to get their best quality shots up as they already up 4-0 here in the match against Moody Bible College, or Institute, I should say. Austin Montejano tried to get a cross over to the middle, but it goes off the side of the net, a goal kick for the Archers.
So there, Montejano, he fell down on the ground. He was trying to shoot it right there, coming across the middle on his left foot. However, the rain right there and the little wet part of the pitch right there got to him.
So Oscar Montejano, 2 with the assist on the goal for Poitner. That is his 2nd assist on the season. Only the 3rd assist for Cougar this year. Puts on the footwork display and a shot that hits off the foot of Pugh. CUC still threatening. And another chance for Poitner. And it'll roll out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Archers.
These Cougars in the second half, not slowing down any bit. Instead, it feels like they're going faster on the final third, attacking. They are not letting their foot off the brake.
And so far we saw, we believe it correct, like within the first 6-7 minutes of the first half, even before CUC put up their first goal, they had 7-8 shots on goal. And that's just reflective of how fast-paced this offense has been. They finished the first half with 35, or should I say 31, and they now have 35 in the match with 4 in the second. But this is a team that's, when you put up a lot of shots in a match, you might say, oh, the quality of shots have gone down. There really hasn't been, even the ones that have been on goal, there's still a consistency with the Cougars that they are competitive shots.
From a statistical standpoint, this game, they have been very efficient. Entering today, they had a shot percentage of .37, and so far they are nearly at 500% today in their shooting in terms of their accuracy on that, a little below 500, but so far, far better performance today than they have compared to the season average.
Even Perez drilled the ball way wide right. Goes out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for the Archers. And again, just right back to CUC. Archers not able to slow down the Cougars at all. It takes a bounce in the middle of the pitch and then rolls all the way towards CUC's sideline, or should I say bench. And now the speed from the far side, number 18, Brian Gonzalez, throws it in. It hits off a Archer defender. It'll be a CUC corner kick. CUC with already 13 corners in this game will get number 14. Just over 5 minutes have been played so far in the second half. Standing near the top is Austin Montejano, a ricochet that bounces towards the right and goes out of play. It'll be another corner kick for CUC.
This will be the 15th corner of the day for the Cougars. As you see right there, there's 4 Cougar players right there, just right near the top of the box.
Austin Montejano winds up, gives some loft, and the header from Julian Yanez not able to be redirected towards the goal. Instead goes right over the top, and it'll go out of play. And I think a lot of this pressure from CUC when Moody Bible has been able to have the ball for a little bit, it's been mostly off these goal kicks that Moody Bible hasn't been able to get a good initial touch in CUC, as you mentioned how ferocious they've been on defense so far in this match. They've been right there in the pocket of every Archer getting ready to pick that ball away.
So far, these Cougars, they have just done a good job hunting the ball wherever it has been so far for the Moody Bible. They just, once a player from theirs has possession of the ball in a split second, just like that, there's like 3 Cougar defenders right near there to take the ball away again.
So throwing for Moody Bible restarts play. Chasing it down and now hitting it out of bounds is number 21, Daniel Lynn. Another international student for the Archers from Changwon, South Korea. CUC with possession. Madsen floats it up, goes over the head of Poitner. Far side, chance here for CUC to score. And the shot off the right foot goes way out of bounds. Looking for a number on the player right now. Brian Gonzalez. Now another chance for CUC. Right in the front. Ripping a shot. And going out again is Garrett Poitner. So he has been living rent-free in the Archers' defense so far. But again, he's only been able to put one in the back of the net. CUC now with 38 shots in the match. They get ready for another corner kick. Playing a little bit slower. Oscar Montejano to the front. A shot hits off the post. Michael Byron drills one from his left foot. That bounces all the way to the corner. Moody Bible will throw it in to restart play.
Twice in this game, we've seen the Cougars hit the post, and this time off the foot of Michael Byron, the defender at that time. Close, but no cigar.
A good ball now to the near side. Austin Montejano, 2 defenders, goes right through the wickets of one of them, and John Mark Betty. It'll be another goal kick for the Archers. And if we look at how many shots CUC has put up in a game so far, their previous season high was 22 in their 1-0 loss against Edgewood College back on September 17th. That was the only other time CUC has eclipsed 20 shots in a match. And now this one almost finds the back of the net, almost to the right side. It was number 33, Samuel Epperly again. But offside was called.
Epperly again. He's been having chances left, right, and center in this game. He's fortunate that he has a goal to his name beating in this first half. Otherwise, at this point, there's nothing much he can do about it.
Archers with only 1 shot so far in this match. The season low for opponents against CUC have been 9. That's twice Edgewood College and Lakeland University. Throw in for CUC in front of their bench. Epperly with the touch. Archers are able to clear it past the middle of the pitch. Josh Dean is active for the Archers. Gets a touch on it with the right foot. Chasing it down for Moody Bible is Vivek Katru. Shot here, but before that happens, Kyle Schultz boots it away. Goes out of bounds off of the left foot of John Mark Betty for a CUC throw-in.
First time all day, the Archers and Moody Bible look to apply pressure and cause a bit of trouble for the Cougars. However, right there, the netminder, Kyle Schultz, number 29, good job at booting it away.
Chance for CUC. Epperly, far side. One man to beat, then the goalie. Left foot, hits it off the side of the netting.
Nice move right there by Epperly. Unfortunately, though, like shooting it on his left foot from the near post at an uncomfortable angle caused him to shoot the shot in the side of the net.
And it's felt repetitive like a broken record, Raphael, but so far this second half, it's been CUC offense, CUC shot, Moody Bible goal kick. And it's happened so much already that we talked about the fatigue that's going to set in potentially for Moody Bible, is that they haven't had many scoring opportunities and they need to find a way to generate those chances if they want to put up something on the scoreboard in this match.
I mean, at some point, the fatigue just gets you. I mean, the sun is out a little bit. Now, granted, it is a bit windy, so it does help out the players a little bit from the hydration standpoint. But, man, it has not been easy for them to this point.
Foul on Devin Madsen. Moody Bible with the free kick. The 4th foul committed by a Cougar today. Far side, Gonzalez. Right foot up to Madsen. And good defensive play by Katru. A header from Madsen up into the front for Epperly. Moody Bible again just trying to clear out the ball from their side of the pitch and give a little bit more breathing room to their goalkeeper, Micah Pugh, who has been active as all can be today. Pugh with 12 saves and has faced 16 shots on goal. Will receive a long shot from CUC right into the breadbasket and punts it away. 31-16 remaining in the match. Oscar Montejano, already a goal scorer in today's match. He's also picked up an assist. 2 defenders trying to find a way to get through. Gets through 1, gets through 2, gets it up to the front. Coming in for the driving strike and into the hands of Pugh was the shot from Ivan Perez. And another save by Pugh. CUC trying to get back again. And another one into the goal. Number 10. Oscar Montejano picks up his second goal of the match.
I mean, bless his heart, the netminder, Micah Pugh. I mean, he had to make back-to-back saves, and the shot from far out by Montejano. He had a hand to it, unfortunately, wasn't able to control it, and just like that, it's now another goal for the Cougars.
The third goal of the season for Oscar Montejano, his second of the match. When looking at the box score, that was 3 consecutive saves by Pugh. And then again, Oscar Montejano able to drill it in for his second goal of the match.
Bless his heart, the netminder for Moody Bible. He's been doing everything he can to keep the team afloat in this game. But eventually, at some point, he's already faced 20 shots on that, 43 in the game. At some point, he is going to break, and it looks like that breaking point could very soon start to happen.
CUC already going deep into Archer territory again. An unassisted goal for Oscar Montejano, scored in the 60th minute. Throw in for CUC. So a couple substitutions as well for CUC coming in. Giuseppe Lazzara, Spencer Nicholson, Clement Gannett all into the match for the Cougars. Oscar Montejano, Brian Gonzalez, and Samuel Epperly will depart to the bench. 43 shots so far in the match for the Cougars. A nice chance here, and just off the mark of the right foot of Ivan Perez. Perez has been very active today. He's had a couple chances. That is his 4th shot so far, 2 of which have been on goal. Has it again on the far side. To the middle for Madsen. CUC trying to work deep. Gannett has a man on his back side. And then taking it away is Kakua. A far shot. Nowhere near the net. As that came off the foot of, again, Perez.
Perez trying to make it on the highlight reel and scoring a goal from over 25 yards out. However, way off the mark there that time.
And you talk about it, too, a little bit of a win here. So the highest probability shot that you could take right now. Again, CUC has just been bombarding the Archers with shots. And a chance here for CUC to add another. It was a soft touch off the left foot from Madsen, but Pugh was able to keep it in front.
There was a lot to be desired right there off the shot from Madsen. He had a second or two to control it right there and kick it with more power. However, it almost like the pressure got to him right there, and he fortunately whips on that one.
CUC playing a little bit conservative now. 27-21 remaining in the half. Again, only 1 shot in the match for Moody Bible. That 1 shot came from Isaiah Cox. Making a little bit of a push is Garrett Poitner. Has some room, has a lane, drills it, and a save, and a header off the post. Almost Spencer Nicholson picking up the goal for the Cougars, but again missing by just a matter of inches off the iron.
And all started off the run by Poitner. Beautifully executed right there. Got past one defender, then got past the second defender. Took a shot. Saved there by Pugh. And then the final shot right there. Hit the post again. Third time. Unlucky for the Cougars.
Corner kick for CUC. High kick. Some room. Bouncing around in front. The initial touch was off Michael Byron. Now CUC will regain possession around the 40-yard line on the football field. Giuseppe Lazzara dumps it over to the captain, Michael Byron. Madsen looking for help. Pulling it back again is Byron. CUC will reset. Goes all the way back to Kyle Schultz, the goalkeeper. Almost was in some trouble as Vivek Katru almost had a block. And now a breakaway chance here for Poitner. Slows down with the move to the back of the net, Garrett Poitner. Second goal of the match and his third of the season. Cougars now up 6-0 over the Archers.
Beautiful finish by Poitner on his right foot. He beautiful through ball first to begin with, and Poitner took a second to stop, and really the composure right there finishes it on the side of his foot. As you mentioned, the second goal of the day. Cougars now up 6-0 impressively.
The assist comes from Austin Montejano. Goal scored in the 65th minute. Poitner and Oscar Montejano now with 2 goals apiece in the match. It'll put an end to the day for Garrett Poitner as well. Or at least I thought. He was over by the sideline for a bit. He's still in the match. A couple more substitutions for CUC while the celebration occurred. We'll get to those shortly. Austin Montejano picks up his first assist of the season as well. So we talked about how CUC has surpassed their shots in a game high so far. They're now sitting at 50, 24 of which have been on goal, but also 6 goals in this match. They came into today with only 4 on the season. And we said a big reason for CUC's recent offensive push and success we've seen in the last 3 games is because they've scored 1 goal in each of their last 3 matches.
Things have finally turned around for them offensively. And I want to give you a stat right here, Carter. The 6th goal is the most they have scored since September 18th of last year against Edgewood when they scored 5. Today they've scored 6. So far, it's been very impressive what they've done so far.
So nice non-conference play for CUC today against Moody Bible Institute. And now another shot from Ivan Perez. Again, he's trying to drill it in from a decent way out. And it ends up going through the uprights. So it would have been 3 points for a field goal. But again, Perez is left without one in the back of the net.
He's just having some fun out there, just having the shots for the sake of it. Especially, like, at this point, 6-0, they're in full control. It doesn't hurt anyone.
A little bit of work, too, on that long-range game. Poitner now with a touch, dumps it off, and another one in the back of the net. The Cougars score again. Number 21, Spencer Nicholson, the sophomore, picks up his first goal of the season. Now 7-0 CUC.
And it all started right there. Poitner, last time he scored, this time he assisted right there. to Nicholson. And as for Nicholson's case, it is his first goal of the season. Big up there to number 21, the sophomore for Collins, Colorado, for the goal.
Goal scored in the 67th minute. So coming into the match now for CUC, Oladapo Oseneki, and coming out is Garrett Pointner, who has had a spectacular afternoon. Pointner with 2 goals and an assist on the last one for the Spencer Nicholson goal. But right now, this CUC team has replicated the performance so far that we saw in the earlier match of CUC in the women's match against Alverno College, where the Cougars beat the Inferno 7-0. Still 22 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the half, but CUC comfortably out 7-0 against the Archers.
And the same thing that's happening with the men happened with the women today. They started out good in the first half, but then in the second half, they just got better and better. And it's the same case right now for the Cougars, and also just in large part, we mentioned it throughout the broadcast several times, just the fatigue level. I mean, you look at Moody Bible, all their players have played 67 minutes. The player that's played the most minutes for the Cougars is 53 with Evan Perez. So that gives you just a comparison right there of how different it is for both teams.
Oseneki in the corner. Keeps it in play. Nice move. Left foot to the goal. Takes a bounce. And it's just punched away by Pugh. Stays alive. Almost a good sequence there, but just shows the aggressiveness of CUC with Oseneki coming off the bench. Corner kick CUC. It'll be their 18th corner of the match. Corner kick taken by Lazara. Nothing there for CUC.
Coming into the day, the Cougars had 34 corners on the year. They've already met half that total in just in this game alone. Already with 18, they've exceeded over 50%.
Well, CUC has also set a new school record for most shots in a half, and that is continuing to climb. 53 shots so far in the match. Still time to go. Oseneki lines up. Left foot, tried to bend it, and it just missed left of the left upright. It's also second most goals scored in a single match in program history. 9 is the record. CUC could be flirting with the record books if they're able to get a couple more shots on goal and challenge Pugh. And from the looks of it right now, CUC, again, has not given the Archers many chances on the other side of the pitch. And you alluded to this in the first half too, Rafael, with a team that is as strong right now in the match as CUC. The difference between the two is CUC has been the ones that have controlled the chase, whereas Moody Bible have been the chasers this entire match.
They have, and overall in this game, I mean, for the Cougars, whatever they want to do, they're able to do it. It just speaks to just how big of a gap it's a talent between both teams. They have another chance again to make 7.
Perez with the cross. Nearest Cougar to that ball hitting the ground was Clement Gannett. Throw in for the Archers. Under 20 minutes to play. Non-conference match between the Cougars and Archers. Free kick awarded to the Archers. Gannett, the Cougar, guilty of the foul. It'll be the 5th foul committed by a CUC player today. Moody Bible Institute will hit the road for a contest Saturday, October 22nd at 1 p.m. against Maranatha Baptist. And then they will close out their season against Grace Christian up in Michigan on October 29th. CUC entering dangerous parts of the Archers' territory. Oseneke almost had a touch on it before Pugh picked it up.
As we have 18 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen, Cougar fans, be sure to check out our YouTube page, CUC Sports, for new digital content, interviews, and all broadcasts on the Cougar Sports Network. Now you become a channel member for $5 a month to receive exclusive access to content and the ability to participate in live chats during the broadcast. We'd like to thank Jack Spurgeon and Joe Ann Drinsky for being the newest member of the channel. Go to our channel, CUC Sports, click the join button to become a member. If you don't want to become a member at the time, you can donate to the CUC Athletic Communications Department to continue to improve the broadcast you're watching by clicking the thank button on any video. We sincerely thank you for all your support.
CUC awarded a free kick. There will be another sub coming in for the Cougars at some point. Vivek Katru, the guilty party for the Archers. Oseneke just drops it over into the corner. Lazara with a touch that goes way behind the net. And now the substitution for CUC. Coming into the match for the Cougars will be number 37, Benjamin LaRue, replacing Spencer Nicholson. Goal kick taken by Sean Murphy for Moody Bible. And again, CUC just all over the first and second touches following the goal kick. Gannett down the far side. LaRue dips it up. The header from Oseneke. And now it'll be a corner kick for the Cougars. A good sequence by CUC. Another scoring opportunity. And another sub coming in for Chad Flanders' squad.
Good job there by the Moody Bible defender right there. Heading the ball away right there. And not allowing the Cougars to score their 8th goal, which would have been.
So Salamanca coming back into the match for the Cougars. A shot from Perez. He is still without a goal today. Perez now with 7 shots in the match. He's close. And as you mentioned, he's just throwing up shots right now, and hopefully one of those will fall through as Perez is still looking to pick up his first goal of the season.
For Perez, it is a practice session, and we are currently in the midst of watching at the moment. And he's got 50 minutes left in order to see if he can finally put himself on the score sheet today.
Perez is standing away from the corner. Header is from Oseneke. Chases it down. Nice move. Quick on his feet. Oseneke has been quick off the bench for the Cougars and has challenged the defenders for Moody Bible. Nice move. Keeps it going and almost had a free pass into the front of the net. But good work from Moody Bible, keeping Oseneke away from getting to the goalie's grasp in the front of the net.
Beautiful work there by Oseneke right there on his feet right there.
Perez lines up a shot. Little floater. Header from Oseneke. Almost had it on the left post. But again, there was a defender there for the Archers just waiting, making sure that didn't bounce back. Looked to be number 10, Corbin Bates. So a substitution coming in for CUC. Oseneke comes out into the match will be Giuseppe Lazara. Lazara, a graduate of William Howard Taft High School. 13:56 remaining in the match. Cougars up 7-0 over the Archers. Carter Gledhill, Rafael Gonzalez with you on the Cougar Sports Network. A handball call on Lazara. No way of getting around that one. The referee right there. It's been a CUC-controlled match from the start. 56 shots so far for the Cougars, 26 of which have been on goal. Micah Pugh, the only archer worth noting in the box score, as now that was the second shot that we've seen in the match for the Archers. It was off the foot of Corbin Bates. And it's hard to believe that the Archers still only picked up their second shot, and it's taken them well into the back end of the second half to get there.
It's not been a pretty performance from Moody Bible up to this point. And right there, you saw an opportunity right there for Bates. He misses it just a few inches shy from the net on the left-hand side. For Moody Bible, 12 minutes left. They're just looking to get out of here, hopefully with a few more shots on target and sort of bring morale back up a little bit.
Kakua was chasing down the ball, and then it was hit out by Vivek Katru. Katru from India, so another international player for the Archers. As now we wait for Katru to finish tying his cleat. Play will resume, and it'll go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Kyle Schultz. Archers trying to put something together offensively. Katru, after a couple passes, gets its way over to Sean Murphy. Now CUC putting some pressure on the defense. Far side, Benjamin LaRue has a shot, doesn't take it, winds up, drills it into the back of the net, a goal. Benjamin LaRue, his first goal of the season, make it 8-0 Cougars.
How about that from the Frenchman right there? Took a touch, let the ball roll for a second, and just hammers it home past the netminder, Pugh, right there. And it gives him his first goal of the year. And it's now 8-0 for the Cougars.
Alexander Lechowicz on the assist. Goal scored in the 79th minute. Cougars up 8-0. 1 goal shy of tying the program record for most goals in a single match. 57 shots so far for the Cougars. Still time for CUC to put a couple more sequences together. Finally, Moody Bible holds possession, and coming out of the net to grab it will be the goalkeeper, Kyle Schultz. Already a historic day for the Cougars. Most shots in a match in school history. 57 and counting. Lazara now being challenged by Murphy. Lazara tried to get it to the front of the net, and now it is hit out of play. It'll be a throw-in for CUC. Or now a corner kick as signal. So taking it out will be Lazara. Line drive. First touched by what looked to be number 30, Alexander Lechowicz. And a big-time drive up from Chris Dybas was blocked by the Moody Bible defender. Throw in CUC in front of their bench. Under 10 minutes to play in the second half. Cougars up 8-0. Most recent goal coming from Benjamin LaRue as a foul is called on CUC. Free kick awarded to the Archers.
after today, it's going to be interesting to see the Cougars. How will they perform next Saturday against Wisconsin Lutheran? Will they be able to continue the momentum with morale being a little bit high, considering, they'll be unbeaten in 4 of their past 5 matches? Will they be able to turn up on Saturday in Milwaukee and continue that momentum forward? Or was this just a little bit of a stretch in which now they're going to die down a little bit?
And you talked about it too, Raphael, is like the midpoint of the season where you have to see the Cougars try to stretch some things together. And another goal for the Cougars. Giuseppe Lazzara, the freshman, picks up his first collegiate goal for the Cougars, makes it 9-0, and the Cougars have now tied the single match high for goals in a match in school history.
Well, Lazzara, the freshman out of Chicago, Illinois, he had a chance in the opening half of a header. He had a chance to score on that one. He couldn't, but this time, however, he puts in the rebound. And now, as you mentioned, ties the record now for 9 in school history for the Cougars.
So a substitution for the Archers. Coming out of the match will be Vivek Hatru, and into the match from the bench will be Jonathan Kakua. Lazzara's goal scored in the 82nd minute, unassisted. CUC now with 60 shots, 29 on goal. 9 goals for the Cougars. A staple game in the season in which it started with a long losing streak. Able to break it up with a tie against Lakeland University on September 28th after 7 straight losses to open up the season. Cougars able to get their first win on October 5th against Rockford by a score of 1-0. Again, you talked about it, Raphael. This is a game that's a confidence booster for Chad Flanders and the team. Offensively, 60 shots. Big-time message to the rest of the conference. 29 shots on goal. But against any opponent, really, when you can put up 9 goals, that definitely will jumpstart your offense, and hopefully it continues for CUC going forward.
And it's not only about just this year. It's also about next year, of course. With Chad coming in his first year, he has a new vision of how he wants to play, type of style, different culture change and everything. In the first year, it's not easy. It's Lazzara right here.
Lazzara trying to keep it in the front, and that one ricocheted off the elbow of Sean Murphy or the shoulder. The shot or redirection from Alexander Lechowicz went near the portable stands in the south end zone. So it'll be another corner kick for the Cougars. Lazzara, header missed by Lechowicz. Long shot attempt and some contact in the box. Julian Yanez tried to get in on for a header before Pugh grabbed it out of the air. Seven different goal scorers in the match for the Cougars. 6:27 remaining. Cougars taking a nice break from conference play with Moody Bible Institute, and then their final 4 games will all be NAC conference opponents. Wisconsin Lutheran College, Illinois Tech, the 2 away matches, and then Concordia University, Wisconsin, and Dominican University to close out their regular season. For coverage of all things CUC men's soccer and CUC athletics, go to CUCougars.com, click sports, and insert in the drop-down menu men's soccer to find roster, schedule, stats, and more about the team. That's CUCougars.com. It'd also be your destination for everything live coverage and live stats on game day. Julian Yanez gives it up to Lazzara. Intended cross over to LaRue, who's already scored into the match. But it sails out near where the football team is waiting. They'll start practice after the match. They get ready for their contest this upcoming week. Again, we mentioned that they had a homecoming victory, but the football team picking up their second win of the season. They'll be on the road against Lakeland University in Plymouth, Wisconsin, Saturday at 2:30 p.m. CUC has dominated the possession battle so far in this match. And really, Raphael, just from an outside perspective, getting it to the middle, spacing them out, and then as soon as they get it to the corner, CUC has been able to get to the front of the net.
They really have. I mean, what they have done is that they want to play from the wing. What does that mean? They want to play from the left and the right-hand side of the wing, and they want to sort of cut across the middle and look for spaces on either side, which is what they have done up to this point in this game, and it's worked for them on vast numerous occasions.
And I think, too, the fact that they're getting 62 shots up in a game just shows that this team has created team offense, and as everybody's been able to get a good amount of shots up, but also they've been quality shots. I know I said it earlier in the second half, but this has not just been a free-for-all putting up shots on goal. There's been a strategic offensive plan put together by head coach Chad Flanders, and the team has followed it, and you see what happens when you're rewarded with following the game plan, the tactics that have been outlined in practice leading up to the match.
I know that they've been efficient on the net. Coming into today, they only had their only 37% in shots on goal percentage. Today, they are just a little bit under 50%, so that explains or shows just how efficient the Cougars have been today, which has given them the 9 goals up to this point.
I want to give a quick shout out to the Cougar Sports Network staff today. Peter Borkowski working as the PA announcer here at Concordia Stadium. Emily Balaban, Janie Turnez, and Kate Benez, who has braved the autumn cold, sitting down on the field as well. Another member of the Cougar Sports Network team. In the direction of Sydney Ploskis-Lawher, Kayla McLeod, and Christopher Sellner. Far side, Clement Gannett. CUC trying to find a way to maybe make it double-digit goals. Touch from Lechowicz. Now dumps it to the corner. No offsides called. In the front, and a shot that was blocked. Giuseppe Lazzara. Now a boot, and into the goal, double digits for the Cougars. Miguel Salamanca. What a strike, top right corner.
What a strike right there by the freshman. What a hit by him from over nearly 30 yards out right there. And it just gives the Cougars their long-awaited 10th goal of the day.
Most goals in a single match in program history. An absolute ripper into the top right corner off the right foot of Miguel Salamanca. Unassisted goal comes in the 88th minute. CUC total control of the match. We'll look to burn some clock now.
I just want to give a quick shout out to the football team. They had an electrifying reaction when they saw Salamanca's goal right there.
Cougars still going. Lechowicz now trying to cross. It is poked away by the Moody Bible defender. Good backside coverage from Isaiah Cox, the freshman from Besman, Montana. Good move. And now a chance here for CUC to try to get a couple more. Crossing attempt. Now bouncing around in the front. Lechowicz gives it up. Chance here. Pinedo. Who's going to put a shot up for CUC? Yanez, right foot, blocked by sliding Daniel Lynn. Lynn now chases it and clears it away. It'll roll all the way down to the 35-yard line of the football field. Jonah Walgren with a touch. And again, Moody Bible just trying to clear the ball away. up until now when number 12, Josh Dean, tried to get some offense going. Good backside coverage by number 31, Miguel Salamanca. Again, going from offense to defense with under a minute to play here in the match.
Cougars looking to get the clean sheet today defensively. They're only 30 seconds away from achieving that mark.
Nicholas Pursuit, the goalkeeper in the first half, only faced one shot, did not have to make a save, and now a lead up, and a sliding Micah Pugh comes out of the net. Giuseppe Lazzara scored his first collegiate goal in the second half, was the nearest Cougar around. And that is the end of this match here in River Forest. Final score, Cougars 10, Archers 0. CUC with 64 shots in the match, 31 on goal, 23 corners as well. The Archers 2 shots, none of which on goal. 21 saves made by Micah Pugh in net with no corner kicks. Raphael, this was a game where CUC came out from the start, and then the first goal of the day that was scored by Garrett Poitner really set the tone for what was to come between these two teams in this match.
I mean, the Cougars, just from the get-go, Carter, as you said, they just were dominating left, right, and center. Whatever they wanted to do, they could. They want to pass it. They want to shoot it. They just had fun out there today, and it's such a good thing for them to boost their morale. And now I give this team a bunch of confidence heading into the final 4 games of the season in the conference.
8 different goal scorers for the Cougars. Talk about the 2 duo scores for this Cougar squad today. Garrett Poitner as well as Oscar Montejano. Poitner and Montejano also picking up assists as well. But again, this was a team win for sure for CUC. You talk about now it sets the stage for the second half or the late conference matchups that they have with 4 remaining games. CUC will be back in action on Saturday afternoon up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, taking on the Warriors of Wisconsin Lutheran College, slated for a 1 p.m. kickoff from Warrior Soccer Field. For everybody at Concordia Stadium and the Cougar Sports Network and my partner, Rafael Gonzalez, I'm Carter Glydehill signing off. Cougars win in big fashion, 10-0. We'll see you back here for the next home contest for men's soccer, which will be on October 22nd against Concordia University, Wisconsin. Until then, go Cougars. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.